Hey everyone, can you guys hear me okay? Hopefully, let me know. I was having mic issues, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? You guys hear me? Hi, everybody. Mike B, Cassie. Can you guys hear me okay? I was having like technical. All right, awesome. Okay, Mike B, little sis, Sharon, Leslie, love you lots. Love you guys. Welcome. So we're just gonna have like a little evening of chit chat and talking about reading cards and kind of mediumship and oracles. And I do have a special guest, Nicole Cahill. I want to bring her on. She's going to introduce herself. And Cassie from Oracles should be on soon. We might have a couple more guests too. You never know who could pop up. So, hi, Nicole.
Hi.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everyone.
So, we're just gonna kind of just have like a girls, little talk about reading cards and what kind of made you want to do what you do.
All right.
So tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Nicole. I just turned 43 in February, and I've been professionally doing my mediumship stuff for, almost 20 years. But I knew I was a medium at a very young age. And I've worked out of several shops over the years, and I work for myself. I have my own business where I do readings and I do Reiki for people and stuff like that. I do all kinds of stuff.
That's awesome. So, do you do that full time, or do you work as well?
I do that full time.
That is awesome. So, do you have like your own studio?
I do. I work out of my home. I do obviously a lot of stuff over the phone, but I work out of a space too.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, do you have like a client, a lot of clients that visit you? I wish I knew somebody
I'm
who.
having the hardest time hearing you. I'm so
I'm
sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't
Let me
know if it. I think
see.
they can hear me. I don't know what's going on. It
I
could be
don't
my end.
know.
I usually talk really loud too.
I know. I don't
Um,
know why. It kind of sounds like you're underwater from my end. So I don't know if it's my phone or what.
I'm sorry.
Um. Okay. What was the question? Sorry.
So, do you have like clients that just come and visit you to get the Reiki done, or they come to you to get readings done as well?
Yeah, I can work. As far as my readings go, I can work in person as well as over the phone. Um, it just kind of depends on what the client wants. And my Reiki, yeah, I have to do that out of a space, unless I'm doing, a distant Reiki session, which is, it just works differently.
Do you believe you might need earbuds? I think you need to put earbuds in. That might help hear better.
Okay. Yeah. I might grab some in a minute. They're upstairs.
It's okay. You might have to get them for you.
I know. Right.
So, do you believe that people could do that, not in person, but can give you that energy through, say, a message or through Instagram chat? Because there's people that claim they could do that. What do you have to say about those people?
Well, um, so I do believe in something called distance Reiki, because you learn how to do that. Did I learn that in Reiki 2 or Reiki 3? I don't remember. I'm sorry, but
It's okay.
I do believe in that, and that's where we work with like a proxy. I can do it, through a picture. Um, and especially being a medium, I do a lot of remote viewing and stuff like that anyway. So I am able to do that, but I've never given someone Reiki through a message or through just like some sort of online. No, I don't I don't know about that. That's
I've had
new.
someone claim they could do that for me from Australia. So I was just curious. I was
Yeah.
like, don't know how that works, but um like as far as when you do your readings, so do you use cards? Like what platform do you do your readings with? Do you use tarot cards? Or do you sit there and just kind of like read off of people? How do you do your readings?
Okay, so um I am not a tarot reader. I know how to read tarot. And if you wanted just strictly a card reading from me, um, I would tell you that I am an intuitive reader. I can literally read the cards, but that's just not really how I work. Um, I'm a medium first.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like to, work with people's ancestors, people that have crossed over, to, assist you in whatever you're going through in your life right now. What do you need, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so the funny thing about cards for me, um, they can be a good tool. Um, I would say 9 times out of 10, I use them as just a prop because people like to see cards. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But truthfully, I just use my psychic and my mediumship abilities, and I connect with your ancestors or people that have crossed over, that were dear to you. I speak with them to give messages, and I also use my psychic abilities to tap into what's going on in your life right now. What do you need? What do you need help with? Um, what do what do we see coming? In the future, stuff like that.
Do you charge extra if you're really fucked up? Because you might have to charge me extra. I don't know.
No,
Like,
absolutely not.
you'd be like, what the
No,
hell am I seeing here?
no, no, no. And we're all fucked up, just to be clear.
Uh, yeah, that's
So,
true.
yeah.
Some more than others.
Well, who's to judge, right?
I'm not fucked up. I'm just special. Anyway, what is the? I mean, I'm
Sure.
sure that people come to you at really strange things. Like, what was the strangest thing or what was like the strangest thing somebody had you to kind of contact someone, like a loved one, for a reason other than they missed them?
Mm, wow. Um, oh, I've had a lot of dark
Or
stuff.
anything funny, or
Huh?
anything funny, or dark, anything funny, dark, or just weird.
Um, God. Okay. Um, wow.
Or anybody wanted to talk to their dog or something. Just, you know.
Oh, well, that wouldn't even be weird to me because so many times people's pets come through. I'm able to see,
Hi, Danny.
animals that have crossed over also. So that's actually not something uncommon. I see people's deceased pets a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, listen, I really, when you ask me that, I think of a lot of like kind of dark, like scary stuff that has happened. I haven't had anything that comes to mind right now that I'm like, wow, that was hilarious and unexpected. I've just had like sad murder victims, stuff like
Oh,
that have come through, that I wasn't anticipating. First, every medium has their thing, right? And we're all different. And for whatever reason, I just get a lot of people that have a lot of sad or dark things that they really want healing with.
Mhm.
But that's really the intention that I've always put out there since I began. Like, I use my gift for healing, period. Like, if you're one of those people that comes to me and says, because that's the first thing I'll ask a client, what do you hope to get out of this reading? And if they say to me, which people have said to me,
Mhm.
especially when they come in shops, right, that I've just
Mhm.
been working out of, they'll say, like, oh, I don't know, I just want to know what it's like. And I'll say, okay, well, that's cool, but I'm not the medium for you. And I'll send them to someone else who I think is more suitable. I really am very grounded, with intention that my gift is strictly for healing. So that's probably why a lot of 99% of my clients, they've got real shit that they want help with.
That's amazing. You mentioned before that you talk to a lot of victims of really horrible things.
Right.
Have you ever helped solve a crime or anything like that with your
I
ability?
have. Yeah,
Oh,
I
please
have.
tell me about it.
And
That's interesting.
yeah, I would like to do more work like that. I just don't think uh, it's been the right time in like the past year and a
Mhm.
half, because it takes a lot out of me. I'm sure anybody that does that would probably say the same thing. It's very consuming emotionally, mentally, physically. Um, but yeah, I did. I was hired by a family, and for the death of a very young woman, and it was very intense, and it's something that will stay with me always. And her murder actually, um, it really opened my eyes to um, feeling a very deep new sense that I hadn't had before about women that are uh, innocent women that are murdered. We see it all the time, right? Um, but it's different when you work really closely with it. I'll just say I don't feel the same about it, and I feel very strongly about um, protecting women that are in horrible situations and end up like that.
And that's amazing work that you do. And do you communicate them? Do you feel their emotions? Do you feel
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
actually feel a lot of the fear and everything they went through? That's got to
yeah,
be hard.
yeah. I allow that. So I do have a lot of physical mediumship abilities also. And so that's when, I'm working in the space or whatever, I will be able to feel physically what happened to them, see it, and all those things. So yeah, I do allow myself to experience that. And that was happening to me before I knew that I could allow it. Does that make sense?
You can handle it. Also, you can handle their energy.
Yeah, I mean, it's overwhelming. I'm not going to say I don't have to walk out and come back in sometimes and stuff like that, because I do. It can be very overwhelming. And that kind of goes back to why I don't think I'm the type of medium that is supposed to do that work all the time.
Yes.
Um, so I think the cases, will be given to me as it's the time that I'm supposed to be there. I really let God and
Hey,
spirit
Barbara.
guide me with that. Yeah, I don't think I could do that 24/7.
No, I think that, I mean, have you ever had anything make you sick? Like, do you actually get sick sometimes?
Oh God, yes. Every time. Yeah,
Really?
every time. Absolutely. It's so different uh working with working in situations like that, right? Where you're at the crime scene, you're where all these horrific things have happened, right? And you're seeing it, feeling it, and all that. That on top of the fact you're working so closely with the person that is no longer there, right?
Mm.
Um, so it's so different being physically in that space and stuff, rather than when I'm like in the comfort of my own home and
Mhm.
I'm channeling that way. When I put myself physically in the space, it affects my body. It's very hard on my body. Yeah.
So you not only get sick, you can feel it through your whole body. Like, do you get like achy? Do you get sweat?
Well, I mean, I'll use this case that we're talking about as a perfect example. I don't allow myself to know any information before I go on a case at all. I don't want to know anything. So, for instance, when I um, got to the location and went inside, I automatically got hit in the back of the head with something,
Oh my
just
God.
violently. Um, I knew that that's what she had experienced, right? So, I mean, it's like the worst kind of migraine, just bam, hits you in the back of the head. Um, and you can imagine, nausea, all that stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of how it is. What did they experience? Um,
Hi, Ellie.
I would experience also.
So when you work with people too, with the readings, do they come back to you? Is it kind of like is it kind of like counseling? Do they continue
Yeah.
seeing you to contact a certain person, or do you solve things right away, or does it take time, or it depends?
So I do have a lot of clients that want to return. Um, and I'm fine with that. It's just that if you come to me, because I work a couple ways,
Mm.
like Janine, if you came to me and you're like, I want a reading, I would say, okay, is there somebody specifically that you want to speak with? Um, Either I can open up normally and we can see who comes through that has some messages for you or whatever, or like say you're like, I want to talk to my mom. So I would ask everybody to step back and just her to come forward.
Hey, Lime.
But if we connect with someone's mother,
Mm.
you can't call me next week and say I want to talk to my mom again. We need to wait, a few months, stuff like that.
Do you
I'm not about bothering the dead every week.
keep knocking on the door right away?
Yeah, I usually say, I do have people that want to connect with their mom and they come to me once a year for that purpose. Now, if it's life stuff and whatever, and I have people that want to read, want me to read for them once a month or once every 2 months. That's very common.
Do you get visitors yourself?
Do I what?
So when you're at home and you're not doing readings for people, do you get people that visit you, or do you have family members that visit you, or do strangers come to you and try to from the other side trying to communicate with you?
Yeah. Yeah, especially it's usually um my ancestors are welcome whenever, and I know when they come to me it's for a reason, and I'm good with that. Other people, like for instance, it's not uncommon for my friends, family members, or something to what I say call it like tap me on the shoulder,
Mhm.
um, and have a message for so and so. That's not uncommon at all.
You have to set boundaries though, right?
Yeah, and
Like, don't touch me, don't do this.
yeah, yeah, they're really
Don't come to me in
good.
the shower.
Yeah, yeah, they're really good.
Hi,
I mean,
Regan.
at home, it's all good. My boundaries are very good here, and I don't have any disrespect here at all. Now, when I'm out somewhere, like staying in a hotel or something like that, that's when it gets a little tricky.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Is it get overwhelming when you're in public places?
If there is a lot of spirit activity, if it's a place that's super haunted, yeah, absolutely. It can feel very overwhelming.
Do you do paranormal as well? Because I mean, I think your husband does paranormal too, doesn't he?
He has not in years. He did before me. I have worked with people in the paranormal field. They've, used me for my services.
Mhm.
I myself don't paranormal investigate on my own or anything like that. I've never done that actually. But yeah, I do work with paranormal teams and stuff like that, people that wish to have my help.
To figure out who's actually haunting the location, or
Yeah.
to
Yes,
find out the
that.
story and why they're there. Do you help them pass on? Do they
Yes.
ever ask you to? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I help with clearing and with when they want clarity on who, what, all that stuff, especially with families with stuff going on in their homes and stuff like that.
Have you seen any extreme cases that you worked on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
like I don't know about demons. A lot of people claim there's demons.
Yeah,
But I
there
mean, like,
is.
what was the worst case that you worked on clearing a home?
Oh my God. So I worked a case. This one comes to mind. This was last year. Um, so this house had all kinds of different practices in it
Hmm.
at some point in time or another, meaning witchcraft, voodoo, um, Egyptian magic, all kinds of things that I really wasn't even well versed on. So I'll just say that there was a lot of portals opened in this house. Okay. And so, yeah, that was overwhelming.
Egyptian magic? I don't
Yeah, like
even.
stuff that I just wasn't. But here's the thing. So I went in, I took one person with me because I
Mhm.
don't have a team or anything like that. But I just knew I didn't want to go to this house alone. And it was not occupied. And yeah, as soon as I got in there, I was like, what the? There was like,
You can curse. It's okay. I'm not monetized. You can say whatever
yeah,
you
it
want.
was bad. It was, there was several things going on in this house. And I knew that I was going to need help to, because, I can't clear a house where there's been voodoo because that's not my religion. You know what I mean? So I had to get a bunch of different types of people in that house to help me remedy that situation. But, I don't like being growled at. I don't like
No,
that kind of shit. I don't appreciate
mm,
it. So
no.
once they start growling at me and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, like, I have permission to be here, but I'm not one of those people that's gonna stick around to piss you off more. Like, I don't see the point in it.
Yeah, you really don't want to make it worse. I mean, have you ever got attacked?
No.
No?
Well, I mean, I was as a child several times, um, because a lot of these evil things like to prey on, defenseless children, unfortunately.
Mm.
So yeah, I have had some bad things happen to me, which I will say I've never spoken publicly about. But yeah, I mean, I do believe in demonic entities. I believe in lower level entities. I believe in all that because I've experienced it um, throughout my life. So, but I will say that I've been in some bad situations as an adult, as a working medium, and I have
Mhm.
not been attacked physically or anything like that. But I do protect myself. So, but as a kid, I couldn't. You know what I mean?
Of course. I mean, you're like you said, you're innocent, and most people as adults too don't know how to protect. I didn't know how to
Yeah.
protect myself
Yeah.
recently on an investigation. I mean, what do you recommend going into something like that to protect yourself?
Well, I recommend to be very grounded in your spirituality, your practice, whatever that is, because that's going to be the basis of how you protect yourself.
Hmm.
So, I don't care what that is, but for me, you know, um, I believe in God. I definitely call on Archangel Michael
Hmm.
and some of the other angels. I utilize them for protection. As far as physically, I don't. I love crystals. I don't use them much for protection when I go in places. Some people laugh at me and they're like, Nicole, you just like raw dog it. Like, what are you doing? But I don't know. Maybe I should.
I have
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of crystals too.
I like crystals.
I like them too. They're everywhere.
Cassie, listen, I have a lot of crystals. I just don't ever bring them with me. Cassie's going to be like, Nicole, listen. You know, I use my blessed oil. I use holy water when I need it.
Hi, Luna.
Stuff like that. Huh?
Oh, no, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was just saying hi to people. I'm trying to say hi to people coming in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, Luna,
I'm trying to hear
Paranormal.
you as good as I can.
Yeah, it's French Laundry. Welcome, guys. I'm sorry, Nicole. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I don't even know what I was saying. I'm sorry.
Crystals. Crystals.
Yeah. Listen, I love crystals, but what I'm saying is like, I will forget like to grab my black tourmaline or whatever. You know what I mean? I should remember though.
Do you wear any
jewelry?
Do you wear any of those stones on your jewelry or anything when you go in, or on a necklace? Or
I have a ton of like bracelets. I have all that stuff. I'm just saying that I'm really bad about remembering to use it.
I'm like that too. I'll get something for a specific reason and I'll leave it at home, and it just sits there, looks at me now. But
yeah, I should remember.
When I know. I mean, at least you were never attacked. Have you? I mean, you said that you take a person with you sometimes when you go into a really like a pretty big case that it has a lot of activity. So you take somebody. Who do you take with you? Do you have somebody that works with you?
Well, I actually don't. I mean, I work by myself 99% of the time, but like that particular house that I was talking to you about a minute ago, I did bring someone. She was just a close friend of mine. And I brought her along because she was recording with her phone. Mm-hmm. And she actually got a bunch of stuff. It's the first time I've ever let anybody record with me. And we got like disembodied voices and all kinds of stuff. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Because I've never used equipment, you know, I've never used anything. So I thought that was
you're your own equipment. You can feel and do you feel them or do you see them? Do you actually see them when you talk both? Really?
Yeah.
How did they come to you? Is it like a solid form? How do they look when you see them? Did they look dead? Did they look like a regular person?
Gosh, I mean, it really just depends on who they are and what they are. Sometimes, well, for instance, if someone comes to me and they look very much still in their death state, you know, that's my first clue that they didn't transition. Mm-hmm. So it really, I have different ways that I see them and you know, and then that I communicate with them to kind of know where they're at.
Hey, Cassie. Cassie, come up when you can. This is so intriguing to me. I've never actually spoken to someone. Thank you for answering these questions.
No, of course.
The chat might have questions for you too. Let me know if anybody has questions for Nicole, and you can ask Nicole anything if she's willing to answer.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that is intriguing. Like, I don't want to get dark, but I am spooky.
No, it's okay.
I am freaking spooky. What was the worst state that you've seen somebody come to you as? Like,
yeah.
I bet that's scary.
So, going back to the last murder case that I worked, wow, that was, wow. So, okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm remembering before, the day before I had scheduled the family. Okay. I had no idea that this was a murder case. I just knew that something was coming to me that was important. And this family wanted to do a meeting with me and whatever. So I scheduled them. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, it was about you know, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever. And I was turned on my right side in the bed, and I felt someone come to me on the left side. And I remember like opened my eyes, and I'm staring at this wall, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because it felt cold. I'm like, there's someone behind me, And it had been a minute. It had been a minute since I had like a ghost by my bed. Okay. So I was scared. I mean, I could feel the hair on my neck standing up, and I didn't turn over at first. I started to communicate with her. I knew it was a she, and I'm like, what do you need? Why are you at my bed? Because that's like a huge boundary for me.
Yes.
And she didn't answer me. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, why isn't this chick talking to me? You know what I mean? And so I decided to just slowly roll over to the other side. And it was the saddest, scariest shit that I've ever seen. Oh. She was completely in her death state. I could see that, she had major head trauma. She looked at me like she had no clue. She didn't even know she was dead. I mean, she was just completely, I don't know. Like, I can still see her when I'm telling this story, and it's hard for me to really put into words. But it was it's something that will stick with me forever. And I just, even though she wasn't communicating with me, I just said to her, I'm going to do whatever I can to help you. Oh. And I said, please, you have to leave the side of my bed. I have to sleep. Please don't come back here like this.
That would scare the freaking shit out of me if something was standing by my bed, like in that state. That would traumatize me.
I'm actually really freaking out right now. I have to say something.
Okay.
Wow.
Don't hold back.
Okay. This isn't going to freak anybody. If you're spiritual in any way, you're going to understand this. But like, I'm telling you this story, right?
Uh-huh.
And my husband's upstairs, and I can hear him above me. And he's actually playing a song right now on his guitar that was connected to this girl. He has no idea about any of this shit.
That is crazy.
I've never even told him this story ever.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is crazy.
What do you know what it is? Like, what song it is? What?
Yeah, it's a Metallica song.
No way. Which one?
It's Fade to Black.
Oh my God. I love that song, actually. That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow. And I just want to say that in regards to that case, there has not been justice in her murder. We know who did it, but everything is evidence, right?
Yeah.
And so, I just want to say that I'm still holding out hope for that, because I don't want anybody to die in vain. She has a very young daughter, and it was just a really sad situation for everybody. And I would like to see her murderer be brought to justice.
You're like a hero. You really are trying to. This is like real life true crime. You're really emotionally and involved in these cases. Not only with some of the families, but the actual victims that passed on.
That's where it's at for me, because I don't ever want them to feel forgotten or like they didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like in general, sometimes when people die, that's what happens to them, and that's not okay,
Is it okay if some people have some questions?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry if I missed anybody. Okay, so There you go. Wreaking havoc. I almost lost you. Okay. Her question is, can a spirit affect justice from the other side?
Can a spirit what?
She said, can a spirit affect justice from the other side?
Affect justice. I believe that they absolutely can work on the other side, on their behalf and on the behalf of others. Yes, I do believe that. Yep.
Wow. And I'm sorry if I missed anybody's questions. I'm trying to go back. Her story is so intriguing. I'm sorry if I missed anybody's questions. Retype the questions, guys, if you have anything else for. Oh, and I've been thinking, let's see. I've been thinking about getting into missing people from around Tri-State doing some. That's awesome. There needs to be more people like you guys really working on these cases.
Yes.
Have you actually solved the case, Nicole?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. That murder case is the perfect example. You know, they thought it could be a couple of different people, but no, we were able to see clearly who it was.
So, well, let's go on a lighter side too, with the healing, and also when people come to you about other things. How many times do you get people coming to you about their love life? Like, oh, he cheats on me and he like steals my shit. Do you think we're getting married? You get that
so
shit?
Funny. Yeah, I do a lot of that. And I'm okay with that. I mean, you know, the information that I get, no matter what, it's whether you like what it is or not, it's going to be for your highest good. So I'm good with whatever. It doesn't bother me. The one thing that I will not do is, you know, because I am a practicing witch too. I'm not going to help you do a love spell or any bullshit like that. I don't do that.
If people ask you to do that shit, does that really work? Come on, does love spells really work? Or any of those types of spells?
I mean, I believe that people can manipulate energy to a certain point. I absolutely believe that. But will just say that I have known people that have done that and their whole entire lives have fallen apart. So I really do not recommend doing spells on people, trying to take away their free will. And I just, you know what I'm saying? The karma attached to that and the way I personally have seen things go for people, I don't recommend it.
So my ex-boyfriend's safe then. I can't put a spell on it. Okay. Darn it. Too bad. Well, he's kind of a loser. I'm sure he'll have his own faith. I don't need a spell. But you have to tell people the real truth. Do they get mad at you when they don't like the truth that you tell them?
I mean, I'm sure people have gotten maybe disappointed if I haven't given them the answer that they wanted. But I've never had anybody get mad at me. I did have a guy in like October or something, right? He came and sat in front of me, and because this was during October season in Salem, so we just take walk-ins. And he came and sat in front of me, and I was like, you know, what can I do for you? And he's like, I don't believe in any of this bullshit. I'm only here because of my wife. And so I literally looked at him. I'm like, there's the door. I'm like, don't waste my time. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I've had some weird stuff like that, but I've never had anybody get like pissed off at me about anything I've said to them.
They come to you about money too?
Yeah.
Do you get that a lot too? What do you get the most? Like, I would think love would be the most probably common.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I get a lot of: love life, money, health, you know, stuff like that. Like, what do I do about, you know, somebody has a certain situation going on in their life and they're like, what do I do about such and such, you know, whatever. Big decisions, you know, which is fine. I love all that.
See, when I used to do readings for people, some stuff would come up and it'd be kind of personal, but sometimes it was kind of like personal in a very funny way. Have you ever have anything that come up a little bit too personal that you were kind of embarrassed to tell someone?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I mean, that's why when I start readings with somebody, I always tell them, look, um, I want you to know that no matter what comes up in this reading, like your confidentiality is my number one priority. Anything that ever comes up, it stays here. Who you tell is your business, but I'm saying it never leaves me, because it's almost guaranteed. I'm going to see and hear things that you're going to be like, "Ugh," but nothing ever comes up that is not supposed to come up. So yeah,
Oh,
I
be
mean,
like, "Hey, Bob, that I see a sex dungeon. What are you like some weird shit?"
man, yeah. I can't, I mean, I'm sure I'll think of something while we're talking, but yeah, I know, like, I've seen some weird shit, right?
Oh my god.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's not all hard and emotional. Sometimes it's funny too. So,
Oh, yeah. Lots of funny. Thank God. Thank God.
did anybody ever visit you from the other side that was not really having you have to solve their murder or anything, but somebody was actually a funny person or somebody who maybe was just looking to somebody to talk to? Um, do you help pass them on though when they come find you?
Um,
It
I,
has to be lonely. Did it get lonely? I guess is my question.
um,
Or do you know?
so the spirits that I have helped cross over, have been, in places that I've gone to for like cases, right?
Mm,
And it's because they desired it and they were ready. Now I have had to counsel some for a few days that are just very scared,
mhm,
and they are lonely, they are miserable because they're in a place that is they're not supposed to be in. So yeah, I absolutely, um, will do whatever I can or what I'm supposed to do to help them to feel comfortable to move forward. Just ensuring them that where they're going, the things that they've been told, the lies they were told when they were in their physical body here, that
mhm,
that it is scary to die, that God is going to chastise them and basically beat the shit out of them for what a horrible human they were. All those lies that they were told, um, yeah, I absolutely want to clear that up for them and say, like, I've met hundreds of people that are where you are going, and it's not scary at all. And God is not this person that's going to, um, you know, assault you verbally, physically, whatever you've been told, when you were alive. That's just not true. It's a place of peace. It's a place where you don't have to suffer like this anymore. But if they're not ready and they really fight me on it or whatever, or they continuously deny, it's not my job to force them, or they still have their choice, and I'm okay with that. I'm not there to pressure anybody to do anything.
we're just there to help guide them.
Yeah, if that's what they accept, I'm good with it. Yep.
Barbara has a question. Can you foresee death?
Can I foresee death? um so the way my gift has worked, I don't ever I'm trying to think if I've ever had like a dream or a vision that someone's died and then they've died. My stuff is a little bit different. Um, Things will happen. I don't know. I'll have like memories, or I'll have thoughts about a person. Like I need to call them or I need to reach out to them, and then something happens. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
but I cannot say that I have seen someone physically die, like a vision, and then they die. It hasn't happened for me like that.
Well, a lot of times when you see these things, they have the opportunity to change them too. It's just you kind of see a vision doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, right?
Well, that's interesting. Because I will say, like all the visions that I have of people that come to me for readings, like I'll see a baby or a pregnancy
Mm-hmm.
in X amount of months or whatever, that always comes to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, but I will say that I am very careful about any future telling. Because you're right, we have free will, and at any time things can change. So I don't know. I really think it's your intention as a psychic when you're doing psychic work. I try to just be really firm in my intention before I go into a reading that
Mm-hmm.
I only want to see which is not going to change, because I don't want to give anybody false information.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I'm not big on the whole future telling. I
Neither am
do,
I.
yeah,
I
I
don't like
get future stuff, but if I get it, I know it's solid, or I'm not going to say it.
exactly. I think the fact that you help people with their current situations is much
Yes.
more valuable because that affects the future as well.
Yep. I agree.
So that's a great impact for their future.
Yeah, I agree
Um,
with that.
does
And I
anybody have
want
more
the same for
questions for
myself.
Nicole?
Yeah.
Say that again. I'm sorry, Nicole. Say that again.
Well, I was just saying, I really want that for myself too, because I mean, even though I have the gifts I have, I still have somebody that I go to, for my own for my own psychic needs. So I don't want her to tell me like, stuff that might not happen.
So I was told that how do you find spirit guides? Like, are they there? How do you ask people? Do you ask them to be your spirit guide? Like, how does that work? I
Um
think I'm spiritually constipated or something because I don't have fucking spirit guides or they quit. I don't know.
no, no, no.
Or they're drunk at a bar somewhere. I don't
Right?
know.
So funny. You know, yes, I do believe we all have guides and angels, okay? Um, a lot of my guides are my ancestors.
Hmm.
I've met one that is, and it's because I went into a meditation with complete intention to meet, and that was crazy. He was somebody that I don't know why he was assigned to me or what. Um, but yeah, I believe that we all do, and I'm just saying, I've heard you can go into different meditations and you can meet them all and stuff like that. I haven't worked real thoroughly on that. Like I know they're there, but I haven't done a lot of work around it.
Hmm. I'm still in search for them. I
Yeah,
don't. I'm
I
more of
would
an
just
empath though. You're more of a medium. I think I'm more of. I mean, I'm a little intuitive. I'm saying I'm an empath, but I am definitely not a medium. If I maybe was, like I said, my chakras are clogged, roto rooter or something. Like
well, you can get Reiki and
I
help
need that.
balance that out, but
I might hit you up for that someday, but I know you're kind of far.
yeah, I know, right? Where are you at?
Florida.
Oh, Florida.
Come
Yeah,
to Florida sometime.
right. I do. I have a friend. I want to come and visit Ocala. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, it's Ocala. My dad
Ocala.
is. Mhm.
She's there, and I want to go there so bad. It looks
No,
really
you were
pretty.
telling me that there's a lot of interesting places to check out. I might go some
Yeah.
weekend and visit my dad and check out. Let me know what kind of places that are kind of spooky.
Yeah, I'm going to ask her. I'm going to ask my friend because I know there's a lot in the historic district, like around where she lives.
So,
Um, oh, go ahead.
oh, I was just going to ask you because I see all the wonderful pictures that you. So, is like one of your biggest hobbies is graveyards, like
Mhm.
going to cemeteries. I see
Yeah.
all the beautiful pictures that you take. Is that like your place where it's like your zen place? Do you feel
Yeah.
relaxed when you go?
Yeah. Yeah. I love going to cemeteries. It is very relaxing. I try to go, at least 3, 4 days a week. I really should go like 5. But yeah, I try to go, as often as I can every week, because it's very relaxing for me. It's very grounding. It's very peaceful. So yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot.
Do you go to the same ones, or do you try to travel and find different ones?
Yeah, I love to go to new ones or the same ones. I just kind of go with my gut, but I love to visit them all. So, you know.
Reaper's like, I must be using my stones wrong. I know they start me like a chainsaw, but still no gifts. Yeah, you might have to insert them a little bit more, Reaper, to get those stones to work. He was just being silly. Do you have, I mean, a lot of people say that cemeteries are haunted. I never felt like they were haunted. I always felt they were peaceful. Do you believe that spirits are left behind in a cemetery? Have you ever felt or seen anybody visit you in a cemetery?
I get left alone in cemeteries for the most part. I mean, spirits can be anywhere. So I really just think too, it's, all your intention. If you have people that are going out to cemeteries in the middle of the night and they're trying to connect with things or spirits, then you're going to get that. You know, um, I've never experienced anything bad, but I'm also not, going in the middle of the night or going with equipment or anything like that. I'm just there to chill
Look at the
and
beauty, because a lot of them are beautiful.
oh, very. Yeah, and I always feel very welcome with the dead. They trust me, I trust them. I have a good relationship with them. So I don't know. I also am just very big on respect.
Mm.
So if I go to a certain cemetery and I don't feel like I should be there, then I leave.
Have you felt that before? Have you went into a cemetery that felt
Yeah.
not so peaceful but dark, or that something wanted you to leave?
It happened to me a couple months ago. I don't know. My husband took me to this cemetery that was like, I think it was an all Jewish cemetery.
Mm.
And it was really sad. It was just, it was the weirdest energy there. And I always ask permission before I come in or I introduce myself, um, before I go through that threshold. And I just do it as a respect thing. Um, but it was just weird. It didn't feel right to me. I felt really sad. And then I took a few more steps in, and my guides were like, Nicole, you're not supposed to be here. And so I was like, okay. So I just kind of said thank you, and I respect that, and I kind of just made my way out. I didn't question it, you know.
Has your family always been supportive of your gifts?
Um, I come from a very religious background family, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like Southern Baptist and all that,
Oh.
hellfire and brimstone. So no, even though my mom had the gift and my great grandmother had the gift, um, you know, they were very afraid of their gift, and it's just not accepted in that religion. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not accepted at all. So no, it was pretty rough for a long time.
They accept it now?
I still don't know that my mom. I mean, she accepts it, but I don't know. I don't know if she fully understands it, or um, because she sees things differently than
Mm-hmm.
me. Like her gift is different than mine. She's seen things her whole life, but
Mm.
again, I just think she was always really scared to use it.
So she has abilities too. Do you think that's handed down? Like you said, some of your spirit guides could be ancestors. So do you believe that it is handed down through generations?
Well,
With
yeah,
gifts?
because I know that my mom has the gift and my great grandmother had the gift, and my great grandmother helped raise me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and before them, I don't know who else did, but yeah, I do believe that it was passed down on my mom's side of the family. Yeah, I
Do they
feel
come
that's
to you? Does family members come to you?
yeah. Well, I talk to my ancestors a lot. I talk to my grandmothers a lot. I talk to my cousin when I need him. Um, yeah, like I miss them, even though I understand, and or I should have a better understanding of death and stuff like that. It's still a hard thing for me to accept, and I miss my loved ones just like anybody.
Mhm.
So yeah, I do like to talk to them, and I do tell them how much I miss them and still want them around.
Do you think it's helps with grieving to have the gift to still see them or to not and try to move on?
Um, it's funny. I always feel like I can see other people's family members and stuff better than I can see mine. And it
Mm.
kind of frustrates me because I'll hear from other people's family members more than say somebody that I really loved that I want to talk to. I don't know why it's like that. Like sometimes like my grandma that passed away, um she's been gone almost 2 years now, or about 2 years. And I'm like, where the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Like I've barely seen her. Like I think I maybe saw her like once for a second. And I'm like, why? That kind of sucks. So
Do
we
you
don't control it. I can't
no.
control it.
Do you think because they're in a peaceful place and they just don't come back and visit, or do you
I don't
think
know.
that you're good and you don't need her? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't really know. I don't really know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had an answer for that. I think about that sometimes too. Like why? You know what I mean?
Does your
Um,
husband's family members come to you too? Or
um
he's got to be into it as well, right? I mean, as far as supporting your gifts.
he's got a what?
So is your husband like he must really be supportive too of your gifts? Does is he or when you met? I mean,
Yeah, well,
like, when do you bring that up on a date? Like
he didn't quite
Wednesday.
get it. Like, and I'll be honest with you, like he's still like learns, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um because I asked him, very early on, like, have you ever met a medium or like a psychic? Like, do you know what this is about? Like, do you know what you're getting yourself into? Um, and I think that he's still learning. But I wonder, I don't know. God, I like things are flashing through my head,
I
like
think of weird shit. I'm sorry, just weird
things that have
shit.
happened. You know what I mean? And then he's just been like, and I'm like, hello. Like I told you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But listen, he is intuitive in his own way. He has his own abilities. Um, so, I did kind of warn him too, like, anybody that has, like anybody that has abilities of their own, and you and I are together, it's going to, I don't know why, but it like enhances it. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Yes.
I don't know. But yeah, he has his own stuff that
This
he
he that's funny that you say that. So is his different though? His stuff like completely.
yeah,
What would you
like
say his is?
so um his is more like psychic knowing, I think is what I would call it. Like where he will say something and then a couple days later something happens that's connected to it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Um or he'll be talking about somebody and then he'll hear from them, that sort of stuff.
I have the same thing. I have the same thing happen to me all the time.
Okay. And yeah, I mean, he gets premonitions about things. Like he has seen world events before they've happened. So his is definitely more on the psychic scale. He doesn't see dead people like I do, but he definitely has he's intuitive for sure.
Power couple right there. Definitely.
Yeah.
Does his relatives visit you?
Um, yeah, I have seen, yes, I have seen a couple of his relatives. Yes. Yeah.
That must be mind blowing the first time that happened and you had to tell him. How did he react?
Um, I, I mean, I won't, he didn't freak out or anything.
Oh.
Um, you know, funny. He's, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking about it and he just was kind of quiet about it, actually.
By the way,
Uh,
your great aunt Mary just happened to
so
say
funny.
hello.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah.
This is awesome. Do you guys have any more questions for Nicole? I mean, she is just a plethora of awesomeness. This has been so interesting,
Thank you.
especially the cases and what you do is very beautiful. That you heal people, you're helping people with closure, you're helping people pass on. Like you're a hero, Nicole. Like that is
Oh, thank you.
like
That's
we
sweet.
need more people like you. You use your gifts for so good many good things,
Hmm.
and it is definitely I commend you because it's very hard work.
Thank you. Yeah, that's all I want to do. Honestly, I just want to use it for, you know, what I was put here to use it for. That's it.
And everyone in the chat can always, I've been posting your Facebook and stuff. They can come contact you if you guys ever want to. Do you do like readings on FaceTime or anything like that from people that are not local?
Yeah, I do. I do. Gosh, 85% of my work is on the phone, so I can read on the phone or FaceTime as well as I do in person. I work all the same.
What do you
Yeah.
say to the people who are on Instagram that DM people with their psychic abilities and want to do reading and help them?
I get those messages too. And I'm like, wow. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I block them whenever they
Mm.
message me like that because I just think that's weird. I would never message somebody and try to do something like that. But I would just recommend that if somebody wants a reading or something, ask around, go to someone reputable that you've been, that someone else has gone to or has good reviews, whatever. Yeah, I'd be very leery.
If somebody, hey, I can give you a love potion.
Yeah.
Leslie has a question. Have you ever been asked to assist in a case by any law enforcement agencies?
Well, the murder case that I worked on a year and whatever ago, I did work with them. Yeah.
So that's definitely your abilities is definitely valid if police force use you on cases. So
Mhm. Yeah,
that is excellent.
absolutely.
Um, Sharon, Nicole, do you have advice for people that are overwhelmed from energy of other people? I
Sure.
need some asshole spray myself.
Yeah. Wow, absolutely. I mean, that happens to the best of us, right? Um, yeah. I would find some really good grounding and protecting exercises that work for you. There's a lot of stuff out there. Everybody's different. Uh, but I definitely recommend grounding and protecting when you wake up in the morning and before you go to bed, because those exercises are going to help protect you throughout the day, basically uh, shield you from taking on everybody's shit.
Energy vampires everywhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And again, that just kind of goes back to whatever your spiritual belief system is, um, as to how you want to, ground and protect yourself.
Cassie's like, mine is empath and anxiety. Yes, I get it a lot. Sometimes I already have anxiety and I'm still learning this. I absorb stuff sometimes, like I absorb
Sure.
energies. And
Yeah.
somebody was having a manic episode at work, and I was taking on their emotions. Like
Yeah.
I was getting really my boss from I don't know how far away I had it. Like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, they had to take me away from that person. They affected me so much. And
Yeah.
sometimes people's anxiety affects me
Sure.
as well. So I'm really learning on how to really not absorb, which is really hard to do sometimes. I'm still
Yeah,
learning.
it is hard. It's even hard for me. So I would just recommend, like you said, leaving the space for a
Mm.
little bit. That's always a good idea. Um, this sounds weird maybe, but drink a lot of water. You need
I'm still working
drink,
on it too.
yeah, drink a lot of water. That helps too. Um, and grounding and protecting. Grounding and protecting. So important.
Put some crystals in my bra, whatever I got to do.
Yeah, whatever works for you, what you feel called, to do. Black tourmaline's good. Onyx is good. A lot of the black stones are really good for energy protection.
Oh God, Regan, your customer service. I would
Oh
throw my
God,
stones at
been
them.
there. Yeah, been there.
Definitely not. I
That's
talk to
rough.
people every day on the phone, and especially through the pandemic, because I work in education, and sometimes I can feel um their loss, or I can feel their emotions too over the phone. But of course, it's not as strong as in person. So I'm definitely going to work on being grounded. Do you have advice for anyone who might feel like they have abilities or afraid to express them? So what kind of made you come out? Like, basically come out with your. I mean, I'm sure at first it was kind of scary with everything, but
Yeah.
were you comfortable? Was it one person you talked to and told them, or how did you come out essentially with your gifts?
Well, I mean, I was giving messages to people um, at a young age. And especially, in my teenage years and stuff, a lot of stuff was happening, and I would give messages to people. But I didn't open my business till a few years ago. Um, 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 I can't think of any. It wasn't any one thing. I think I was just ready to go to the next level. Um, and I really wanted to help more people. Was the thing with me. I just felt like I needed to branch out. That I
Hmm.
was ready for that. Um, so
It must feel good too, to let it out as well, because you have when you have gifts like that, you probably have to let it out and help people, right?
yeah, you
It
need an
doesn't it cause
outlet.
you more anxiety if you don't use them and try to, I guess, keep it inside?
Yep. Yeah, I definitely you need to have an outlet. If you don't either through meditation or through actual work, some kind of practice, you're right. It makes your anxiety and stuff a lot worse.
So it looks like, wow, that's been an hour already. I cannot believe that.
Awesome.
Now,
Before we go, I want to ask you, Janine,
yes,
um, is your mother your mom's mom? Is she on the other side?
yes.
Okay. So we don't have to do that right now. I just want to say like that's something you and we should get together about. She's been with you this whole time, so and it kind of goes back to your spirit guides and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah, I mean, whatever. This is my family in the chat, so whatever. That's crazy that you say that, because I have another friend who's a medium and told me she's definitely was a pistol. She
yeah. Yeah. Were you close with her?
I was, but we were distance. We had a great distance between us most of my life.
Okay. Yeah. And
But yes,
do you
definitely
feel
need
her
to
with
talk
you?
one on one, girl.
Yeah. Do you feel her with you a lot though?
No, but like I said, I'm kind of closed off these days, I think. I
Yeah.
used to be very open. I think I gotten very closed off. Constipation, spiritually working
Well,
on it.
we'll talk about that. Because she definitely does things to make herself known. So we'll get into all that. But
Yes, I am intrigued. I definitely want to speak with you. I know we can't do the healing part because you're so far away, but I definitely want to do readings with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So before Nicole, do you guys want to have me do readings? I don't know, Cassie is still in the chat. Do you want to come up and do readings for you guys for a little bit? What do you guys think? I could do, okay, I have a couple of decks sitting on my desk actually. You're constipated too, Regan? Just kidding. No, thank you so much for coming on, Nicole. Was this your first like YouTube appearance or no?
Yeah.
Were you nervous?
I did a vodcast. With that guy, Adam. Adam Began. Am I saying that right? Maybe. Anyway, but I think this is my first YouTube, whatever.
Well, you did great. Were you a little nervous?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you did excellent. I definitely would love to have you on again. Okay. Hopefully, everyone, please hit up Nicole. She is wonderful. If you need anything and you need any help with what's going on, please contact Nicole.
All right. Thank you all.
Yes, you're awesome. If you want to hang back and I'll do some readings. I know it's probably getting late. It's almost 11 o'clock. We're on the East Coast, so
yeah.
But I'll hang out, guys, if you want me to do any readings, or I don't know if Cassie wants to come up. If she's still in the chat, we can do that. But thank you for coming, Nicole.
Okay, thank you.
And you're beautiful, so thank you.
Thank you. Good night, y'all.
Good night. So did you guys like that? It was very interesting. She is awesome. She's very beautiful, awesome. If you're not friends with her on Facebook, please find her. I got to meet so many cool people in the community. Hey, Cassie, do you want to come up and do readings for like a little bit? It's up to you. I know. I hope you're feeling better. I'm still struggling with the sinus. That's probably why I'm not as rambunctious as I usually am. Okay. Shut up with that Blade Reaper, because don't rub that. My Michael is sexy, okay? He is sexy chilling on that shelf up there that I put up myself crookedly, may I ask. But yeah, Cassie, do you want me to send you the link again? I think I sent it to you in Facebook. Well, let me know if you need me to send it again. I know, Reaper just has to cause, like, he's just jealous. You wait to see what it comes in tomorrow with all my toys. And see, you're going to keep putting Blade there. Mm-hmm. Do you guys want me to... I have a lot of different decks, you guys. Do you want me... People have been liking the Pleasure deck because it's kind of funny. Ask Mike B. I don't know. I know Cassie has a couple new decks. Excuse me, I'm dying. There she is. There's Cassie.
Hi.
Hello. I'm sorry, I'm like dying. I'm so dying. How are you feeling?
I'm okay. Reaper.
Is he being sarcastic? It's okay. I can. We'll talk about that later. So I thought, do you want to break out your new? Did you get anything in today? Did you get another new deck today?
So it didn't come today. I guess it's supposed to be here Friday. Like, what the heck, man? I'm sorry.
I did order that deck that you
had. It's amazing. I need to order the one you had too.
Yeah. I know. I'm trying to be good, but that is a beautiful deck. What do you want to use? It's up to you. Do you want to use the one that you last night, or
do you play around with this new deck? And yeah, I have this new one. Whatever you want.
I just might use the same one I did last night.
Yeah, the new one.
Who wants a reading from Cassie and I?
Show you guys the new deck.
Yes. I still have to get a reading from your new deck.
Oh, that's right. I thought I read to you. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I got a reading from you, and I never gave you one.
I love
So
that deck.
awesome.
Beautiful.
That's the deck, guys.
What does a pleasure deck look like? It's very artistic.
I'm sorry.
I think it told somebody they needed a sex dungeon. I think it told Mike B that was a little personal.
I love it.
Mike B needs to learn about himself a little bit more. So put it that way.
Right.
And then I'm gonna use this one. I think I like. Did you like this one, right, Cassie? The Queen of the Moon Oracle.
Yes. Oh yes, that's a great deck. I'm getting that deck too.
I know we're gonna have all the same decks at some point. Yeah, you guys. Let me know who wants a reading. I'll try to write it down. I'm sorry if I missed anybody tonight. I was trying to. I'm still trying to learn how to focus on everything at one time.
I still have a little bit of issues with that too. You seen it last night. I was like,
like you're trying to interview, that you're trying to pay attention to your guests. You're trying to read the chat.
Yeah.
I'll get it one day.
You're doing great. You're doing awesome.
Thank you. Nicole was awesome. I'm so glad that she came on. It was so interesting. Like it was like legit true crime. Like she deals with true crime.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Love that. And you had great questions.
Thank you.
You had some great questions. You're like boom, 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 boom.
I'm just naturally curious, I guess. Oh, there's a Reaper's trying to. Do you want me to put your link for your Lonely Fans, Reaper?
Hey, Reaper. I'm out.
Well, let me know who wants a reading. You'll get double readings.
Double the pleasure.
Double the pleasure. I give people pleasure.
I give them pain. Oh boy. Not really.
Thanks for coming, Reaper. Come on, Dan Tex. I know you want a reading. Leslie.
Yeah, guys.
Just put in one, just type in one in the chat if you want a reading. Leslie did. Okay. All right. Let me write it down because my brain doesn't work anymore. And no, I didn't celebrate 420. You were getting a chance too.
I celebrated yesterday, and oh man, it was horrible.
Was that the result of the Popeyes chicken?
Yeah. Oh man,
that was delicious. I had to eat after I got off with you. I was like, it made me so hungry. Okay.
I shut off my chicken.
Okay, Dan Tex. Ooh, Regan, Leslie, Lunar. And if nobody subscribed, hit the like button and subscribe to me. There's gonna be all sorts of weird shit coming up in my channel. Lime. And sure. Lime, if you have questions too for Cassie, because I know Lime just is gonna start reading soon, or has like oracle cards and everything. So ask away, Barbara.
I'm telling you right now, the best way to do it is just do it. I was pushed out here to do it 4 years ago, and I've been doing it ever since.
Yes, you do get a lot more comfortable the more you do it. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then I had to get comfortable again doing it on YouTube. That was like, Sharon. I think I'm getting better at it. I was so nervous before.
You're going to get more and more confident. It feels good.
I hope I got everybody. Okay, so Cassie, if you want to go first, you're the beautiful guest. I think I got Regan first. Regan have it first.
Regan, okay. Let me pull you a card.
And I'm sorry if somebody else was first. My internet sucks tonight.
see.
Did Danny leave? I don't see him in the chat anymore.
Well, Danny might have went to bed.
That reading he gave me yesterday was like mind blowing. I was thinking
love
about
his
it.
readings. Love Danny's readings.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So Lunar was first to ask. Okay, I'm so sorry. So the first one would be Lunar.
Okay, so I'm reading who?
Lunar.
I'm reading Mary.
Untitled Paranormal.
So, oops, here's the card for Mary. Isn't that really pretty?
It is really pretty.
It says feathers. So let's see what it says. And tell me if my sound goes weird.
You sound great.
Okay. Okay, good. All right, Mary. Develop self-confidence. And this card signifies assertive, confident, independent, positive. This portrait depicts a character who is strong and independent, confident in her own abilities, and proud of her individuality and achievements. Having self-confidence means being comfortable with who you are. It is having belief in yourself and your abilities to meet life's challenges. So gaining confidence is strongly related to how we react to the things that happen in our lives. There is plenty that we can do to alter our thoughts and expectations to gain more confidence, including ignore the haters, acknowledge the positive, be kind to you, forget the past, and stop worrying. Be assertive in communicating your needs, feelings, and opinions. And here is your quote. Our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good that we oft might win by fearing to attempt.
That is beautiful.
Isn't that pretty awesome?
That is pretty. And I could do one for Luna too. Luna, do you want the pleasure deck or do you want the moon oracle? And pick a number. I know lots of two choices and a number.
Thank you, Sharon.
That's a beautiful reading. Yeah.
And I love Miss Janine's readings too, how she reads. I love it.
I'm still learning this deck, but I really like it. Really
Yeah.
like it. Leonard, do you want me to do the moon oracle for you? It's moon 3. Okay. It is a beautiful deck too. I love it. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so hopefully you can see it. There's a glare. You got the pleasure card. Interesting. I love the art on this. So pleasure, and it is the waning Igneous 2 moon. I'm probably saying that wrong. 51. I'm still learning all the moon terms.
Oh, me too.
Okay, so you got the pleasure card. Are you taking life too intensely or too seriously? This time has come to call in the pleasures of life. Seek lightheartedness at this time. Focus on what would make you happy. Schedule activities you find pleasurable. In our search for a better life, something happened along the way. We forget how to find real pleasure in what we do rather than just being diverted from the everyday. Excuse me. Life can be overwhelming, and our rational minds seem to need every available minute of our time to able to cope with its demands. Pleasure has taken a back seat, or there is a pattern of now forming destructive tendencies such as binge drinking rather than simply having wine or two with friends. A big part of pleasure is letting go. This does not mean surrendering or giving up. It simply means handing over all administration, stress, and worries for a time and immersing ourselves in something joyful. When we don't allow ourselves to experience pleasure, whether a form of laughter, play, sensuality, or development of skills, remain less whole, and feel of wanting. No fun actually makes us dull indeed. Over time, we're much less effective in our emotional and work lives and do not experience regular dose of pleasure. Our ancient ancestors knew the importance of pleasure in the forming of healthy mind, body, and spirit. There were gods and goddesses dedicated to happiness and the pleasures of life, such as Egyptian goddess Hathor. I probably said that wrong. The temples of Hathor were joyful places full of songs and beauty. There were even small temples placed in her honor outside other major deities. Temples so people could be in happy and contented mental mood before entering a worship. The Egyptians clearly believed having a positive or relaxed state of mind assisted in having a positive spiritual connection. So that is your reading, Luna.
Beautiful.
I hope that makes sense. I think we can all relate to that because I just work most of the time. So I hope you like that. Barbara, did you say who was next? I have Rican. Rican's next. I think Rican's next. Cassie. Well, I'll get to everybody. So if it's not in the correct order, everybody will get. We'll get.
So am I? Or you or me?
You can go. We could just go back and forth.
Okay.
Is next.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, Leslie, I'm sorry. What Leslie wants to go next. I'm so sorry, Cassie.
Oh, it's okay. I know it's hard, huh? Like we were like that on mine too. Like, who's next?
I know everybody kind of posted at the same time, so I didn't write it down.
Okay. Leslie, can you guys see that?
Really?
The nightingale. There we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. Experience the benefits of music and singing. This card signifies joy, energy, happiness, and health. Among the cherry blossoms and in the gentle warmth of a spring morning, the nightingale shares its transfixed. The princess listens to the breathtaking melody and embraces the tranquility of the moment. Listening to music and singing can be beneficial in many ways. Both activities have been shown to have psychological as well as physical health benefits. When we listen to music, we may experience increased happiness, stress relief, more energy, and memory improvement. So singing, on the other hand, has been shown to release endorphins, feel-good hormones, improve cognition, lower blood pressure, and boost immunity. All right, so here is the quote. Oh, music, he said, wiping his eyes. A magic beyond all we do here. I hope you guys heard that.
Cool. I feel like, oh, Leslie, do you want the pleasure card? Or do you want the moon? That made me like emotional what you just read.
Oh, in a good way?
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
It's okay. We'll get to everyone. Oh, Leslie. Leslie, do you want to do the pleasure deck or do you, oh, I'm putting Joe down. Joe's going to get a reading. You want me to pick? I'm going to pick the pleasure card for Leslie. You know what? We've had a lot of deepness tonight. I'm picking the naughty cards here. Pick a number, Leslie. Pick a number that you would like. 1 to 42.
Me too, Summer. Me. Oh, you mean like everybody else's readings throughout? Oh, I love to hear everybody's readings too.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna pick one for you. 13. Lucky number 13.
Thank you, Mary. I needed
And
some
this
water
is
there.
the card. I can't really make out what she's doing, if you can see it. Not sure what she's doing. Hi, MCAT Paranormal. Okay, Leslie, this is only now is your card. Yesterday was heavy. Put it down. Grabbing onto the past or tripping about the future is like putting your consciousness on a rocket ship and blasting it out of the present moment. At the present moment, all we have. It's where eroticism, I can't even read. Oh my God. It's where eroticism and passion live. Action. A stressful inner monologue is understandable, especially when you're uncomfortable. But if you're not doing something about it, you're giving away your power and dampening your pleasure. Would you want to see a loved one deny his own brightness and birthright? See yours the same way. It's not up for grabs. Give yourself presents, dance, sing, smell a flower, be in the now. That is your card, Leslie. I know you can't really dance right now, but but yes, I think that almost makes sense, Leslie. So I don't know what you think. Hey, Kat, do you want a reading too? I could put you down. Holy shit. I guess that was a good one then. All right. So who's next? Because my order sucks. Who wants to go next? Is it who's next? Is it Rican Havoc? Is she still in the chat? I don't even know if she's still in the chat.
Hi, Lisa.
Okay. MCAT. Is Lisa?
South Cack Lisa's in the house.
Okay. Thank you for coming. Oh, hi, Lisa. Do you want a reading too? I put you on the list. Oh, Rican Havoc's here. If you want to go read Rican Havoc.
Okay, let me get the card. Rican. Ooh. Man, I love this deck. Okay, Rican.
Sorry, guys. I got to blow my nose. What's...
Oh, she'll be back. So look at this. Oh, there she is.
Sorry.
Look at this badass card. Road Warriors.
Ooh.
I love that. I love it. Okay, Road Warriors. Our tattoo says wildlife.
I like that card, actually.
Me too. I love this one. Okay, here we go. Take a leap of faith. And this card signifies bravery, change, trust, vision, achievement. I imagine this daring duo as brave Mad Max type characters about to make an epic journey of a lifetime through an inhospitable landscape in search of fertile land and a new home. They are not sure what awaits them on their journey, but they have confidence in the preparation that they have made and the skills they possess. Taking a leap of faith involves stepping outside of your comfort zone with the belief that you can make big changes to improve your situation and life. These changes may involve new location or a shift in your personal or professional life. A leap of faith requires a belief in yourself, a trust in the vision of what you are aiming to achieve, and a willingness to face the fear. Here's your quote. Jump off the cliff and learn how to make wings on my way down.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I love the quotes. That was badass. I love the quotes.
I love them. I love those.
Jump off that
And
cliff, girl.
right?
Joe. Okay, Regan, do you want the pleasure deck or would you like the Queen of the Moon Oracle and pick a number? Or actually, you don't have to pick a number. Just pick the deck. I'll just shuffle them.
So what I've been doing is just kind of like taking them and like, what do you
Yeah,
call that?
I think that's a
Push
better
them
flow.
across the desk, and I pick one out.
Yeah, I think. Oh, naughty, please. Of course, we can have it. I definitely got your back, girl. Here. Okay.
Naughty.
At least these cards are not slipping all over. First, there were sticky cards. Now I got slippery cards. Hey, Allie, do you want a reading? I'll put you down. Oh,
I will, Mary.
Lime has a quick question for us. Do you clear the energy from a deck every so often? Is it necessary, or do you prefer to allow energy to build upon the deck from the readings, or is that not a factor?
I like to take them all like once a month and just, take some good old sage and shades the hell out of them. Because like maybe if I'm having a bad energy day or somebody brings energy to me and it gets into my decks, it's good to clean your decks. I do anyways, like once a month.
Clean decks are always good decks.
Clean those decks.
I do too, because like I don't want to transfer, like you said, if you're anxiety or if you're having a bad day, you don't really want to transfer it to somebody's reading. I've done it 2 ways though. I set them into moonlight, full moonlight. I don't know if that does anything, but I tried it.
Yeah, I believe they do.
Oh shit. Okay. Man down. They slipped. Okay. Oh, this card came up last night. Erotic visions. Okay. Are you holding the vision of exactly how you want to feel? What erotic North Star are you chasing? This is your invitation to pursue your most sensual, fiercest, most audacious vision of yourself and your satisfying life. Daydreaming isn't enough though, honey. Equally as important as your unique vision is your plan for getting there. Action. What you can do right now in this moment is to get you closer to living your wildest, wettest dreams. What you could do today, this week. There is no waiting and wishing in an empowered, pleasure-filled life. There's only doing. There's only this precious present moment. Make sure you live your wettest dreams there.
Wettest dreams. I like that.
Get moist. I'm gonna take my camera off for just a second since I had cards fly everywhere. I am so bad at shuffling. I suck at shuffling.
Me too. But I do. I'll show you. Well, I can't really show you but I just take them like regular cards and then I just do this. I just do that. And if it's a really big
deck, Texas Hold'em, and they flew everywhere.
Some are very, very slippery.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to fix that. I know how to fix them when they're sticky, but I don't know how to fix them when they're very slippery.
Oh yeah, these are very slippery. She does have cards bigger than her hands. I still need to get that deck. I keep forgetting to order that one. Okay. We're back. Who's next? Dan Tex is. Okay, Dan Tex. He wants it big. Ooh. All right. Why are they big? Oh, I thought you said you wanted it big. I was like, okay, Dan Tex. Something I don't know.
Hi, Mike. Oh.
Decks come in all shapes and sizes. Okay, go ahead, Cassie.
Okay, so we're on
Dan.
We're on Dan?
Yep, we're on Dan.
Okay.
We're both on Dan.
I like to know. We're on Dan. I like to know who I'm on, so I know like
Oh,
Dan.
Mike, I'll put you down for a reading, Mike.
So Dan got this beautiful, beautiful card. Thistle.
Ooh, I like that. Is that a sword?
Right. Yep, she got a sword. She's a badass. She's
Damn.
holding thistle.
Hey, Mike. I put you down for a reading, Mike.
Okay. I did 43. Right. Stand up for what you believe in. And this card signifies conviction, strength, values, integrity. This wild-haired warrior is a fine example of someone who stands up for what they believe in. Defiant and determined, she is dressed in the tartan colors of her clan and is ready to defend her people and their rights. She holds a thistle in her hand, the adopted symbol of her beloved Highland home. It represents bravery, devotion, valor, and strength, all characteristics of her fiery determination. We are often faced with situations that cause us to consider compromising our values and beliefs. For instance, abandoning a moral principle and bowing to peer pressure because we are afraid we won't fit into a group, or cutting corners in order to save time and effort. It may often feel like the easier option to go against our convictions, but the more we compromise our values, the more of a negative impact it can have on our well-being. When we stand up for what we believe in or speak the truth to power, it not only allows us to overcome obstacles and be true to ourselves, but it builds greater confidence, respect, integrity. And here's the quote. And one day she discovered that she was fierce and strong and full of fire, and that not even she could hold herself back because her passion burned brighter than her fears. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I felt that.
Oh, Crow. Yeah, the whole thing. It's okay. I love you. Crow Daddy. Okay, Dantex, do you want pleasure or do you want the moon?
Can't go wrong.
Either way, you're going to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Crow Danny. Yep. Dantex, do you want the pleasure deck? I think you do. I think I think Dantex wants the pleasure deck, doesn't he? I think so. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna pick the pleasure deck for Nan.
Yeah, baby.
Dukes of Hazzard. How old? That's. I would probably pass out if I was watching the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
It's okay, Crow. There's always. I had a good interview and everything. You might want to check it out later. I think I did good, right? I did okay.
You did amazing.
I'm
amazing.
I'm getting there. Okay. All right. I'm gonna pick a card for Dan. Oh, this one is probably going to make sense. This is your, I don't know what half these women are doing on these cards. I have no idea, but it's interesting. Dan, yours is deep breath. Okay. So the link between breathing and our sensual expression cannot be overstated. What full life-giving breath we can active our vitality and experience or our body's pleasure more wholly. With a short, shallow breath, we're cut off from our sensations. We create a stress response and our health suffers. Action. Take a long, nourishing breath through your nose, pulling the air up from expanding stomach for 3 seconds. Hold. Breathe out slowly through your mouth for 3 seconds. Let your stomach deflate as you breathe out for full, rich, I can't talk. Exhalation. Repeat for more rounds. Does not feel better. And I think what Dantex means, like Dantex is always stressed and so busy supporting all of us. And we love you so much. He has a full-time job. And sometimes you have to take a minute and breathe, Nantex. But we love and appreciate everything you do. That is your reading. So it kind of made sense. Hope you liked it. Who's next? Who's the next victim? Well, let's see. I have, so Leslie went Nantex. Lime. Is Lime still here? Nantex needs to take a good shit. That too. Oh, I'm sorry, Barbara. Barbara. I'm sorry. I suck. Barbara's next, Cassie.
Barbara. Okay. Ooh. Let's see. Okay, Barbara.
Okay, you're next, Lauren. You're next. Hey, Carol. Hey.
Poppy. Barbara got Poppy. Really pretty card.
Oh, I love it.
So you ordered this deck?
Yes, it's supposed to be tomorrow, the next day.
Woo! So exciting. That's exciting.
I might have ordered another deck with it, and I forgot. I'll have to show you.
I do that too. So many decks coming in.
Because it shows me like, oh, you might like this one, you know?
Yes. Yes.
Hi, Carol.
So practice forgiveness, acknowledgement, emotions, letting go, peace. This card is symbolic of forgiveness. Uh-oh. Do you hear that?
What?
I'm echoing.
I don't think you were. Were
that's
you?
Weird. It's echoing from me. That's so weird.
Oh, I don't hear it.
Okay. This card is symbolic of forgiveness. The poppy represents a peace offering. Forgiveness involves the giving up of resentment, anger, and acts or thoughts of revenge against others who have harmed us. By forgiven, we aren't excusing or justifying any bad behavior for the benefit of whoever harmed us. Rather, we are forgiving in order to make ourselves feel better. When we forgive, we acknowledge our emotions and allow ourselves to move forward. Absolving others may provide us improved mental health and physical health, and less stress and anxiety, improved self-esteem, and healthier relationships. So here is your quote. To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that the prisoner was you. Ooh, I love that.
Ooh.
I love it. It's pretty.
Cassie, can you do me a favor when I read for Barbara? Can you send Carol the link? Because she's beautiful. I don't know what she's talking about. But can you send Barbara the link or Carol the link to come up?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry. I don't mean to put you to work.
No, don't work at all.
I'm a terrible person. Okay, Barbara, would you like the pleasure deck or would you like the moon? We like to go deep on this channel, deep and hard.
Yes,
Now, let me know, Barbara, pleasure or the moon deck? You guys are getting 2 for 1s. Pleasure. Ooh, Barbara. Okay. They're not all nasty. I thought they would all be nasty, but some of them are pretty deep too.
Yeah. I like that deck.
Let's see. Okay, Barbara. This is your card. Magic Hotline. Ooh, this might be interesting. Your card is Magic Hotline. Ring ring is your destiny as it fully express whole and healthy sexual being on the line. Oh boy. And just like the smutty old school hotlines, the universe is waiting to take your call. Sex magic is how you dial in. Oh shit, Barbara, there's sex magic. Action. Whether solo or partnered, sex magic works under the millennia's old assumption that when we increase our arousal, we increase our energy, which in turn allow us to manifest, select your ideal reality to the astral plane. The more pleasure, the more power. The bigger the climax, assuming you have one. Oh my God.
my.
Woo!
My.
Oh, I'm sweating. The bigger the portal of possibility you open, allowing your heart's desires to flood into new areas of your life. Try it. Woo!
I think that one got us hot. That was good.
I'm 900, Barbara. Oh, Carol, hey. Welcome, Carol.
I
Did
got
you hear that? Did you hear that reading that Barbara just
No, I didn't.
It was pretty sex.
Was it-
It was talking about her sex magic.
So it was
Woo!
nice.
Yes.
No, I have rose oil all over my face. Just trying to soak in some moisture. Oh,
Oh,
it's awful. Like I get this dry skin around my face. I'm just getting old. Nothing will like moisturize my face anymore.
you have like dry patches? Because I do, like right here. Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
And like right here.
I don't on my cheeks though, just around my nose and my chin.
But yet I still have oily skin, so I have no idea.
I know some parts like my forehead. Yeah,
And I still get a zit. So what the fuck? Like
I don't anymore. I'm past that.
okay,
I still-
Lime is next.
True, Lisa. Winter's so bad.
Okay, Cass, we're doing lime next.
Me first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta like get a moist towelette. I'm just kidding.
The Hallmark Channel.
Joe's back for more, is he?
Let's see. This is for summer
Summer.
Ooh, pretty.
Beautiful.
shadow.
That.
Oh, I can't wait to get this deck.
All right. I love it. Love it. Okay.
You look wonderful, Carol. I was telling you.
Pretty scary.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Mhm.
Let's see. All right, here we go. Be guided by knowledge and understanding. And this card dignifies ignorance. Seek, learn, understand. The almost translucent elven mage stands in contrast to the ebony crow resting on her hand. She is a collector of ancient lore, magic, and histories. She uses the knowledge to advise and protect her people. Her crow familiar acts as a conduit of its own knowledge, providing greater insight, a connection to nature's magic, and the power of foresight and prophecy. Our ability to understand and our drive to use the knowledge that we acquire protects us from ignorance and makes us more capable of making advancements in every aspect of life. And here is your quote. Ignorance more frequently begets confidence than does knowledge. It is those who know little, not those who know much, who so positively assert that this or that problem will never be solved by science. That makes sense? Janine, are you frozen? Janine?
I
I think Janine froze. Damn
she's
it.
frozen or in a deep trance.
phone back, Janine.
She's conjuring
Come on.
something.
She put her phone back.
Did I
There she
freeze?
is.
Did I
You
freeze,
did.
you guys? Was it me?
Yep.
You froze.
Did I look stupid when I froze?
No, you look
I looked like I had a dick in my mouth or something. Like what? Like
no, you were like looking down like you were in a deep concentration.
I was meditating.
That's what it was. Meditating.
I totally missed live reading. God damn it.
Crow, right, Crow? It made no sense. My thing made no sense. I think you meant
Crow's not
to
into readings. I'm sorry, Crow. Summer, do you want pleasure or moon? Or Carol, you reading anything tonight? Or are you doing
I
readings?
can if somebody wants me to. I sure can.
Okay, we got Carol on demand for request. Summer, would you like pleasure or moon? I feel like Summer wants pleasure too.
Why is my throat so dry?
I know,
'Cause you
me
just-
too. I'm like dying.
You're just getting over being sick.
Let
Plus
me
you
know
don't
what
drink
you
enough
want,
water.
girl. Pleasure or moon? You guys are getting T for 1 readings up in here. Choose. You know, I'm gonna choose the pleasure. Actually, no, Summer. I'm gonna pick moon for you. I feel like I feel drawn towards it. Barbara had a smoke after her reading. Well, that's good.
I love it.
Because the sex magic is strong with that one. Okay. Oh.
Just wait till I get that sexual magic deck.
Ooh, I think I have that in my cart. Oh, you get it, Cassie. You get it.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
creepy. I look behind you and the scream mask, the black, is waving on it.
I got ghost face, but I redid my background today. All
I
right.
see the what hand is that from? That's
Freddy's glove.
Yeah.
There's Jason's mask. There's Scream Face. There's Michael Myers. I put them up there. I'm getting more figures tomorrow. I'm gonna put up there too. And you probably can't tell, but they're bat lights and this. I don't know if you can see the skull light. I think it's my lighting. But I got some neon bats and a skull up there too.
It's awesome.
Okay, we got the beginnings card.
Ooh.
Summer, that's what I picked for you. The magical sausage spirit deck. Yes, that's on my list too. And this is the new moon, Summer. Beginnings. I'm not sure. I don't think I picked that one last night. Beginnings. Okay. And that is new moon. 19. Okay. Summer, you have offered a fresh start. Your journey is beginning. Take first steps towards something new. It is time to place emphasis on health and well-being. There's something incredibly poetic and even romantic about the tiny sliver of a sliver that is the new moon. After waning cycle, depth of dark moon, there's appearing in the sky incredibly a crescent of the finest light, almost a scratch upon the blackboard of the universe. Here's the evidence that even after the darkest night, light returns again. The crescent of the new moon is the ancient symbol that stretches back to ancient prehistory. We all cave drawings features crescent moons, sculptures of goddesses with crescent moon diadems. I cannot talk. And the goddesses Aphrodite, Diana, Artemis, and Iana, and many Central Asian female deities were often depicted with new moon symbology. Go back even further into caveman drawings. I'll just put caveman drawings since big words are hard. Where moon and sun symbology features with no phase more commonly being depicted than the new moon. The new moon appears in a lunar cycle. We are gifted with new beginning and a fresh start. We all have identified a useless or unneed any more than has been released in the void of the dark moon. And here waiting in a new chance. We're here to get renew our lives and feel free enough to risk trying again. Whether we're asking for a fresh start in a relationship or a new love, or rolling the action and intentions such as better health, a new business, or start of a new project, writing the new moon energy will assist you. Many creative people start new works on new moons, and I personally and the author like to begin all my new works on the new phases. Even in the beginning means simply typing up a cover page or an outline. The most powerful new moons and our new starts traditionally are within the season of spring. So that is your reading, Summer. So hopefully it seems like you got some new beginnings happening for you. So I hope you like that reading. She actually just got a bunch of oracle cards and everything, so that's kind of new for her too.
Do it, Summer. Do it.
Do it. I'm done. I'm beyond tongue-tied. Oh, I hit the spot. Good. Good. That's what we're here for. Who is next? Is it Sharon?
I get my new pins, my $2 pins, guys. They have little crystals at the end.
I like it though.
They're cool. From the Dollar General. They're so cute though.
What would be really cool is if the ends lit up, the diamonds like flashed.
Mine says the most kick-asser. Yeah, most kick-asser. That's what my pen says.
Most kick-ass.
I want a crystal. Pleasure, please. Okay, I'll pick pleasure for you, Sharon. Do you want Cassie? I'll read you first, and then I'll do a pleasure for you.
Okay, Sharon. See. Right. Mary says, more. Give me all of it. Mary.
You got plenty for you, Mary.
Mary wants it all. Okay, this is a really pretty. Isn't that really pretty?
Isn't she on the cover of the?
Yeah, she's on the cover. I love it.
So she's on the cover. I'm so glad she got the cover. I love her.
Yeah,
I
she
love
made
all
the
of them.
cover.
Yeah. Yep, she made the cover.
Playboy.
Imaginarium. Sorry, I just laughed right into the speaker. Sorry, guys. I like to show the picture a little longer because it's so pretty.
Yeah,
it is pretty.
All right, here we go. So who is this one for? Oh, Sharon.
Sharon.
Feed your creative imagination. So this card signifies, I think I accidentally said dignifies last time, but it signifies creativity, imagination, stimulation, uniqueness. I hope that this beguiling figure provides an example of power of imagination. I envisioned her as a powerful, confident, feminine creature, perhaps a warrior or a leader of her people. She is a master of flexibility in certain situations and personifies fluid grace, as evidenced by her tentacles. Her mysterious smile and intelligent eyes exude unpredictability, while the pink roses reflect her gentle and happy nature. People often ask in relation to my art, where do you get your ideas from? I am influenced by information coming from all sorts of sources, including films, books, dreams, or walks in the country. And parts of these experiences combined with other memories and themes, spark my imagination and inspire the subject I paint. A vivid, creative imagination is one of the most valuable tools that an artist can possess. Our ability to use our imagination influences everything that we do and think about. By pursuing activities such as reading, storytelling, or creative art, we can feed our imaginations. These activities, while being stimulating and rewarding in their own right, also enhance mental flexibility and improve our problem-solving abilities. So your quote, I dream my painting and I paint my dream. Vincent van Gogh.
Ooh, I love that's one of my favorite quotes, actually.
Mm.
Beautiful.
Your tentacles, tentacles blossom. My ears welcome you.
Oh my
Oh my god. I know Crow loves this stuff so much. I'm not even going to ask him if he wants a reading. He'd be like,
God. You're welcome, Sharon. Very welcome.
I love that. Okay, Sharon. Oh, okay, Sharon. You got time to ripen. Okay. In answer to most of life's questions, give it time. Time makes everything better. If you observe its passing, experience makes one wiser. If you reflect on its lessons, and aging cultivates a greater capacity for pleasure. If you simply allow it to, like a flower blooming or a peach ripening in the sun, there is so much beauty in how the unfolding of time marks you. Action. Savor it to experience the fullness of life. Curse aging and you deny yourself the pleasure of being completely present in your own life. Getting older is a gift not all of us have the luxury of receiving. Cherish it daily. And there you go. Sharon, ripen that peach, girl. We might have another cigarette. I don't know. Moist pellets, whatever. No problem. What's lame, Joe? I think I'm going to pick Joe next, right? Yeah, it is Joe's turn next. Hopefully he gets a release card. Go ahead, Cassie.
The love deck out.
The love deck.
Hello. Wait, who's next?
Joe.
Do we want to do one of these for Joe?
Yeah,
He wants a peach.
he likes peaches.
It's cute.
She's so ripe, she turned into wine. Yes, girl.
Here we go.
And after we get everybody on it, just because I've been going all day long.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Ooh,
Seabed. Isn't that pretty?
that is very pretty.
Seabed.
Joe's getting a pleasure deck too.
Mhm.
Okay, a pleasure. Okay, Joe. Find your sacred place. And this card signifies calm, peace, silence, solitude, relaxation. In the purple-blue dawn of the ocean grotto, shafts of warming light illuminate the underwater ecosystem and stir the beautiful sea nymph as she is gently rocked with her favorite shell. Within her favorite shell, she is lost in a peaceful reverie. She dreams of wondrous sea creatures and of diving amid turquoise and lavender coral in search of beautiful shells and sunken treasure. We too can benefit from having a sacred space, a special spot where we can go to relax and recharge. Whether it is a park bench or part of your home or garden, Your sacred space can be anywhere that you want it to be, as long as it is comfortable and calm. And here is your quote. Solitude sometimes is best. Society? Solitude sometimes is best. Society. I don't quite get that one. But
But
okay.
you like to spend a lot of alone time. That's what you're saying. Doing things.
Okay. Okay. Find a park bench.
Find a park bench. Did she say shaft? I don't think she said shaft. Was there shaft in there?
Shaft. She said shaft. I don't think anybody said shaft.
Oh my God, Cassie. Did you go in at all to Chad's this morning?
Later. Yeah, later.
Yeah, they were talking about you. They were just on that phallus subject, and they kept saying, "Oh my gosh, Cassie would be laughing her butt off."
Aww.
Like everything centered around the male member.
You can say whatever you want here.
It was just
Oh,
funny.
around that, right? Is that what you're talking about?
The
Boys
penis.
were just like boys. They were just
Men usually think everything centers around the penis, but
yeah.
use your imagination card. Joe, use your imagination. In any relationship or sensual experience, fantasy is not escapism. It is a way to understand yourself and your longing on a deeper level. To fantasize is to fully embrace the depth of your imagination and the treasures it stores, waiting to be discovered and cracked open by a tender compassion and playful curiosity. He's waiting to get cracked open, huh? You contain multitudes just like everyone does. And just like everyone close to you, you deserve to uncover the full expression of your love and your eroticism. It has nothing to do with your real life expectations of yourself or anybody else. The human mind is created to imagine. What's your most luxurious, provocative fantasy? Imagine through a story, a playlist, a dream. Just imagine. There you go. All about your fantasies, Joe. Probably some sick shit.
I love that.
Yes. Okay. So Joe, and who's next? I think I haven't seen her in a while. Oh, Lisa. Lisa's next.
Clamshell.
Joe. Oh my gosh. He's crow.
Wow. Making matches out in the
Ooh.
chat.
Is Joe gonna jerk off on a park bench? Probably. I don't know. God.
Oh man.
Hey, Sabrina. Sabrina, I'm putting you down for a reading, girl.
Am I doing Lisa?
Yes, Lisa's next.
Okay. Miss Lisa. Beautiful card. Oh, I love this deck. Okay.
Ooh,
It's got a little owl.
That's a cool card.
Pretty cool, huh?
that's neat.
Little owl. So cool.
Sabrina's like, what did I walk into?
All right, Lisa. So achieve balance, harmony, equilibrium, healthy habits, happiness. This piece is a metaphor for balance. The fawn's focused stare represents the clarity of her awareness, while her carefully balanced posture indicates she is physically poised, alert, and ready for movement should the need arise. Her mind and body are in sync and highly attuned to her environment. When we are living in balance, we invite peace and harmony. And to achieve balance in our lives, we must learn to maintain equilibrium between our mind and our body and our spirit. We can do this by creating, embracing, and sustaining healthy habits. So your quote, happiness is not a matter of intensity, but of balance and order and rhythm and harmony. Heck yeah. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I love that card. It's one of my favorites.
So
Lisa,
cool.
do you want pleasure or do you want moon?
I want to go
Hello,
gambling.
Canadian friends.
Woo!
Woo! Maple syrup and shit. No, I'm just kidding. Moon, please. Okay, so Lisa. Hopefully they don't slide all over the place out of my hands again.
Slipping right through your fingers.
They're kind of big too. They're kind of wide, girthy.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, this is the blue moon, the unexpected.
Ooh.
I don't think I've read this one yet either. The blue moon. Okay. Okay, Lisa. What? Okay, Lisa. No matter how well you plan, there's always room for unexpected to occur. Build your resilience so a rare occurrence can happen. A visitor you have not seen in a long time may re-enter your life. In Old Farmer's Almanacs, a blue moon was described as the third full moon in the season that has 4 full moons. The newer and now more accepted description is that the blue moon is when there are 2 full moons on the calendar month. Either way, it's a rare occurrence, and it has inspired the saying once in a blue moon when describing an event or behavior that only happens rarely. The energy and the power of the blue moon can best be taken advantage of by setting intentions on these moons of things that you really want, but have never felt could happen. I refer to big wishes. The most miracle stuff we would be both delighted and surprised about if it's manifested. After setting the blue moon intentions, though, don't sit there hoping it would just happen. Try to take clear, practical steps towards these big, seemingly faraway intentions and help the universe along. Some of us love surprises. Some of us don't. But I think anyone can go through life without sometimes having the unexpected happen to them. While some professions in particular, such as military and medicine, try to plan for everything that could go wrong, life sometimes finds a way to outsmart the most thorough plans. This is simply life. Although it's important for us to know where, how, and why we're traveling down a particular path, we should always make room for and expect the unexpected. And that was for you, Lisa.
That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I really, really like this stuff. Okay, who is next? Mike, you still? Mike, oh, you still around? That's my gift in the house. And I think we almost got everybody. And then Sabrina, you're getting one. Oh, Allie, I'm sorry, Allie's next, and then Miko.
I always do that too.
Okay, Allie, you're up. Oh, you're welcome, Lisa. Oh, no,
Oh,
I
wait.
got the sinus headache. I hope I'm not getting sinus infection. Sorry.
Ow. So am I waiting, Allie?
Yeah, Ellie's there. Hey, Selena. And then Mike's next. I'll put Selena down for reading too.
Here we go, Allie. Ooh, this is gorgeous.
Ooh.
Joan of Arc.
Oh my
And she
god.
got wings. Absolutely gorgeous, huh? Joan of Arc. Ah, I love these cards. I love them. Here we go. All right. Learn from those who inspire you. This card signifies role model, inspiration, aspiration, success, and heroes. Joan of Arc became a national heroine. Is it heroine?
Heroin.
Heroine. At the age of 18, when she led the French army to victory over the English at Orleans. Her story inspired the French population during her life, and it has grown to mythic proportions today, making her one of the most legendary figures of all time. The legend of the Joan of Arc is a great example of the power of heroic figures. By displaying strength and hope and determination, she became an inspiration and role model to generations of people. By using the lives and success stories of others as an example, we too can be inspired to discover who we are and what we're capable of. And your quote, Allie, tell me your heroes and I'll tell you how your life will end up. Warren Buffett. That was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Tell me your heroes. Yeah.
Allie, do you want pleasure or moon? Let me know. I feel like, okay, I was going to say, I'm going to pick one for you, Ellie. It's going to be pleasure. Okay, Ellie, this is your card. I don't know why I show them. They're deep, delicious rest. You're not a robot, honey. You're a human, not a machine. Your worth cannot be measured by your efficiency of your productivity. Your moral purity has nothing to do with hard work. If anything, you have moral obligation to train yourself out of these harmful, capitalistic ideas and learn the art of deep, delicious rest. Action. Not distraction via TV, not a short moment of respite largely captured for social media. Genuine rest is kind that allows healing at the cellular level, whether it's sleep, doodling, eating, or doing nothing. Find a way to recoup mind, body, and soul. This is so profound, ease and regeneration to be found there. So you need to rest, girl.
I love that.
That's
Eat,
true.
sleep, and rest.
Exactly.
Eat,
Because
sleep.
like social media is not rest, and like
No.
it's you got to disconnect.
Yeah, so true.
So I hope you like that, Ellie. Okay, Mike O's next.
Mike. Oh, let me see. Find it.
I need some rest too.
It's a storming out there.
Crow, do you really want a reading? I'm putting you down. Okay, Crow, I'm putting you down. Putting you down.
Crow 120.
You need some sensual healing or reading. You need some sensual healing too.
Aw.
So
Cute.
this is Mike. Oh, look how cute.
Look
Aw.
at their little steampunk hat. I love that.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
Aviators. Mike, oh, got aviators. All right. Mike. Be an inspiration. And this card signifies challenge, ingenuity, success, confidence. I imagine these 3 steampunk characters. Can you spot the mouse? I cannot see the mouse at all, but there's 3 characters. As celebrated aeronauts, having just completed a record-breaking circumnavigation of the Earth, they now pose for the cover of World of Adventure magazine. Adoring fans will read of their exploits and how they use their skills and ingenuity to overcome the challenges of long-distance airship flight. By being an inspiration, we set an example that has the power to propel others to greater achievement. When we raise the bar of what is viewed as possible or extraordinary, we not only truly challenge ourselves to try harder and to lead a more creative and dynamic life, but also encourage to reach. We also encourage others to reach their potential. So here is your quote. The flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all. I love that.
Oh,
I like that.
that was beautiful, actually. That's beautiful, Mike. Okay, Mike, do you want moon or pleasure? Do you want me just to pick at this point? I don't want to pull a pleasure card. That was a beautiful reading. White soft means forehead with a moist pellet. Yeah. I'm even too tired to get excited at this point. I didn't even eat. I'm not even excited about food. Would you like a moon card? Moon? Okay.
Well, I sure liked my chicken last night. I'll tell you that.
Oh my God, I was dreaming about your biscuits. And that did not sound good.
She was dreaming about my biscuits.
You wanted to put honey on them.
Oh my gosh.
I had dry chicken today. Just dry chicken.
Like gravy.
It was good, guys. That was really good. Am I supposed to be reading?
I am. I'm doing moon.
Oh, you are. Okay,
You just
sorry.
read.
I'm all flustered.
Crow wants to try Cassie's biscuits.
My biscuits. Oh my.
Okay, Mike. Woo. Okay, Mike, you got beauty. And it is the waning, is it Gibby? Am I saying this right? Gibbous moon?
Gibeus?
Gibeus. Words are hard. Words are hard. Okay. Okay. 55. Okay. Beauty. I'm getting through this a lot faster. Last night I was like, couldn't find nothing in this book. Okay. Mike, beauty is like medicine. It can heal even the most broken spirit. Beauty is everywhere in nature. Just look. Beauty comes in many forms and we can choose to find it. I love how I look. Rid yourself of clutter of what you find disagreeable. On the high needs of my life and the beauty, I need to be exposed to what I find beautiful, often to be at my best. You might find that strange need is far from uncommon, especially among creatives and artists. Beauty to me isn't lots of makeup or fancy skincare or society's current beauty ideal. For me, beauty is nature and having things I find beautiful in the environment. I look around me as I write, I can see the inky dark clouds racing across a violet sky and the birds riding the wind, and it's beautiful. On my desk is a small piece of glass a friend made for me in a small bowl full of summer Fangapini. I don't know what that is. It sounds like a new name for a vagina. I don't know what that is. My feet rest on a hand-woven carpet of desert colors, and my toenails are painted in shimmering turquoise, my favorite color. All these expressions of beauty to me, they raise my mood, they give me joy in my eyes, my heart, and my mind. Everyone can experience beauty every day and they choose to look. On the important differences between ancient pagan and the modern idea of beauty is that old ways state there is a need for the core of the self to be developed and strengthening to enable to foster true beauty. This is an important two-way double punch, as there is strong mind-body connection when it comes to both beauty and vitality. Yes, while it's acceptable to use therapies and treat of beauty externally, it is equally important to stop with bad habits detrimental to health that would interrupt with good that you're doing. For example, you could be using the most effective treatments to make it to nourish your skin, but you can't give up smoke in there. It is finite level of health that your skin can achieve. The unbalanced first world idea of beauty is a zenith right now, with more people than ever before undergoing normalizing plastic surgery and injectable chemicals. Everyone is an individual right to decide how they wish their body would look. I adopt the idea of physical beauty. However, it is the source of influence that is worrying. Who told a woman who has altered her appearance that there was something wrong with her face, eyes, smile, expression in the first place? Who has the audacity to say you're not enough because she had some smile lines? Think about that. Who's making women in a particular so fearful? Who or what wants you to find and question yourself, the very essence of how you interact with the world and why? Who wants you to be the same to everyone else and less to who you are in society? Some marketing guy from Big Cosmetics, a retouched spokesmodel. Real beauty is hypnotic, yet in reality, the less to do with youth than it does with the spirit coming through the skin. The word charisma comes from the Greek charisma, meaning the spirit shining through. Each of us possess a unique beauty, one that gives us confidence as we recognize it. Each of us is desirable. Each of us perfectly formed to be what we want to be. We should not become too obsessed by the external, something that is, after all, fleeting. We may become unhappy and chase the ideal that is impossible to uphold. That is the longest reading I think I've ever done, but it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So there's your reading, Mike. I don't know if it meant anything. The end. Yes, I about ran out of breath on that one. Is Sabrina still in the? I don't think Sabrina's still in the chat. Gonna call it good night, Dantex. Thanks for stopping by.
Good night.
I think we're gonna. Selena, do you want? Okay, Selena, and then if Crow really wants one, and then I guess we can call it a night. Just because I'm getting tired, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, Selena.
What time is it for you, Janine?
It's midnight.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
Bye, Dantex. Thank you. Glad you like it, Mike. Okay, Selena girl, you're next. Cassie's got you.
Let's grab one for Selena. Here we go. Selena.
Aw.
That's pretty.
Bluebird.
I love how it's all female, you know? Such a feminine.
Very, very. It's feminine, but they're also so strong, you know? Like,
Yeah.
not to say that female can't be strong.
The messages aren't just. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. You're like badass. I love that. Bluebird. And you guys, let me know if you can hear me. If you can't, if my noise goes weird.
Sound great.
All right. Celebrate new beginnings, renewal, and change. And this card signifies awaken, renew, rejoice, personal growth. After the long sleep of winter, the dryad is joyous and alive with the warmth and nourishment of the sun. In her cupped hand, she protects the delicate nest as the bluebird, flitting through branches, briefly rests her wings. The precious blue eggs, fresh spring leaves, and fragrant blossoms are all signs of life, renewal, and the delights of spring. Spring is nature's time of rebirth and can be symbolic of the transformative effect of positive change. We can experience the power of change by being open to and pursuing new opportunities, goals, and interest, and by leaving behind bad habits and old ways of doing things. Here is your quote. Although no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start and make a brand new ending.
That's true.
That's really pretty.
That was really pretty. Selena, do you want pleasure and do you want moon? I really like the blue of that card. I think Selena needs a pleasure card. What do you think, Selena?
Pleasure.
I'll pick
I love both of those decks, though, Janine. Those are both beautiful decks.
They really are, because at first, oh, moon. Okay, girl, I got you. Yeah, the pleasure deck is pretty good. I didn't like it at first. I like it now.
They probably play real well together. Like you can get, you pull one of each for one person. It can tell, a bigger story.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I do like it. You guys have decks that that you don't like or don't use or don't reach for, or
I have about 30,
like
30 decks I don't reach for.
really?
Possibly more.
Is it
Possibly
because
more.
is it because of the art, or what makes you not reach for them?
It's the messages.
Oh,
Like,
Hey, it's 11:11.
yeah.
Sorry.
11.
is the witches familiar in one of them? Just kidding.
I actually like that deck because it kind of like makes everybody kind of like, like, what the hell?
What
I like that
didn't you have a map deck?
I have maps. Yes, I have maps too.
Yeah. I want to see. I want a reading from those because I thought that'd be pretty cool.
I picked a moon one for you, Selena, and it's abundance.
That is gorgeous.
And if you want me, yeah, isn't it really pretty? I
Yeah.
wish it wasn't such a glare on them, but it's very pretty. I'll do a pleasure one for you too, Selena. It's all good. Okay, abundance, and it is the hunter moon. Ooh,
That's October.
yes. Okay. I am freezing for some reason. That's crazy. It's like so hot outside. Okay. Okay, Selena, take advantage of this time of abundance. It is all around you. Possibility and opportunity are everywhere. You are open and responsive to the abundance around you. There is enough for everyone. The hunter moon is a traditional moon of plenty. It was when game was its most plentiful, so the people would not go hungry. The moon was large and bright in the sky, and in some cases deep orange, and there was a great deal of light to go hunting well into the evening. Our ancient ancestors couldn't just go off the supermarket to buy what they needed to eat. Meat didn't come off trays wrapped in plastic. Eggs were gathered. Warm clothing was made from skins of the same animals that were hunted for meat. Nothing wasted. This abundance was a part of a cycle just like any other. It was present all the time. So in this time of the year was to be taken advantage of while the going was good. The bareness of winter would soon return. Hunters had to be prepared. They had to save their weapons ready and their tracking skills honed. A modern people were less used to these natural cycles of plenty and bareness because most of us have stepped away from growing food in the natural environment. However, these cycles are still there, even if we're not part of them consciously. The moon normally rises in October in the northern hemisphere, and so was the winter before the winter snows. So that is your reading, Selena. I like that one actually. I feel like I think Selena has a lot of abundance coming to her, girl. I think good things are going to happen for you in love, and it seems like your job's going good too. If you want, I could do a pleasure card before we sign off for the evening. Just let me know. Or if anybody wants anything out real quick, or does anybody want Carol to read? Put Carol in blast.
Do you guys hear my dog downstairs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Easy.
That was really weird. I felt like something pushed my chair. That kind of freaked me out a little bit.
You said,
Okay.
you were cold a minute ago.
Woo! Great. My room's haunted, you guys. I got the chill. Something moved my chair.
Moving you
Okay.
about.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I'll read you a pleasure one. Okay. This is what it looks like. Defiant vulnerability, Selena. Growing up, we're taught that sex is taboo and shameful. Then the mainstream adult depictions is portrayed as robotic, typically clinical, unimaginative, and made through violent cliched male gaze. Defiant vulnerability falls outside the binary of covert versus overt dynamics instead allows sexuality to be exactly what it is, human. Action. That means acknowledging the emotional being inside the body. It means unshamefully sharing our needs, wants, and particular appetites. It means authentic communication at all times. And it means being unapologetic about voicing how you feel. Anything less isn't sexy or subversive. It's social and cultural obedience. Say what you need to say, girl. You want to be tied up, girl? You be tied up. You want chains and them whips? You ask for it, girl. All right, you guys. Anybody else want another reading? I'm pooped it out. I'm sorry. I think I'm getting sick or something.
You were almost 3 hours.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Hope you feel better.
I know. It's probably sinus issues, probably allergies. I don't know. Maybe I'm being haunted or possessed. I don't know. Thank you guys for coming. Get the fur-lined handcuffs. Yes.
Thank you for having us.
Cassie, thank you for
having
doing
me
this.
out.
Thank you for coming on.
Oh, of course. Anytime.
Thank you,
Anytime.
Carol.
Thank you. Guys. Thank you, Janine. I mean, I'm so tired too.
What, Cassie? I didn't hear you say.
I'm so tired too.
English?
I know. Goodness gracious. Thank you.
You're possessed right now.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. I'm so glad everybody came. I hope you guys like Nicole. She's awesome. Definitely. My grandma keeps coming up. My grandma is haunting me, I guess. Maybe she's the one that pushed my chair.
She's saying, get your sleep.
Like Sean told me my grandma was around, and so did Nicole. It's interesting. But thank you guys. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Good night, everyone.
Bye.